This is Urbex tips number 3, what to wear while exploring. I wouldn't recommend wearing just some crappy clothes that's all beat up. You're going to want to try to wear something nice, but something that you don't mind if it does get dirty or torn, and if you have to dispose of it. So an old long sleeve collar or button down shirt is perfect. You want to appear busy as a harmless employee just doing a job. You want to make sure that you wear long sleeves, both for your pants and for your shirt. You're going to want to wear denim pants, or at least something that's a similar strong material. You don't want to wear sweatpants, track pants, cotton, something tough like denim. You don't want to get it torn. The reason why you want to wear long sleeves is you want to have as little skin exposed as possible. Even if it's hot, wear a long sleeve shirt of light material. Shorts and short sleeves are never a good idea. You want protection from scrapes, bug bites, other hazardous materials you may come in contact with. Your elbows and knees are going to come in contact with something, so you're going to want to have long sleeves just to have that extra layer over top of your skin. I did mention in the other video to bring gloves, so whatever you have, either leather, just some type of gloves are always a good idea. Wearing a hat is always a good idea. There's a lot of nasty things hanging from the ceiling, things you could bump into, you could scrape your head. It's sometimes you don't see what's there in front of you in the dark. I've bumped my head a bunch of times. You don't see it in the video, but I have bumped my head, and I'm glad that I was wearing a hat because A, it didn't hurt too bad, and B, it offered a little bit of protection from getting a scrape. I've hit, metal bars, and if you get a scrape, you gotta get a tetanus shot, and, who knows, just all the more reason why you don't want any skin exposed if possible. I've seen people go exploring in open-toe sandals. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend that. You're going to want to wear durable shoes with thick soles and good grips. I think it goes without saying you're going to be stepping on broken glass. There's rusty nails sticking up, there's syringes, etc. I mean, you know what's on the floor. It's nasty. So you're going to want thick soles, good grips. You're often walking on something slippery, something unstable. You might have to climb. So something with good grips is always good. If you can, wearing clothing with pockets is always a plus. If you're not going to bring too many items, see if it's possible just to load up your pants pockets, your jacket pockets, and you can avoid bringing a book bag. Having that on your back may arouse suspicion. It may look like you're a thief, a vandal. People don't know what you got in the bag, so it kind of is a red flag. If you are bringing enough stuff that it's unavoidable, you have to bring a bag, try to bring a camera bag. It's good for appearance. Even if you don't have a camera bag looks better than just a regular book bag. The key is to have the minimal amount of weight and bulkiness on you as possible. It's likely that you're going to have to climb something. You may have to slip through a window. You might have to crawl in a small space. I've slipped under fences through very small things, and sometimes I fit through, and my book bag is the one thing that's making it difficult. So make sure your attire allows plenty of flexibility, especially for climbing. You're usually going to be climbing through maybe like a broken window that has glass sticking out. There's a rickety chair. So you want to make sure that you're going to be able to be in any position necessary to get through that spot. There's not always a perfect step ladder for you just to step on and get through. You're going to have to be a little crafty. You don't want your clothes to weigh you down. You want to dress in layers for several reasons. First is just to adjust for heat and cold as needed. This happens very often in any season. It might be a freezing cold day outside, but maybe inside it's not as cold, especially after walking, climbing for hours. You're going to get sweaty, and you're going to want to be able to take your jacket off and you might not want to have just a t-shirt on under it. A thin, long sleeve layer underneath is ideal. Another reason why you want to dress in layers or have extra clothes is you could get wet. You could step in a puddle, you could step in all kinds of things, you never know. Especially in cold weather, it's important to have a change of clothes readily available, like extra socks, extra shoes if possible. You don't want to have to walk around all day with a soggy foot. When you're selecting your clothes, if possible, try to wear something waterproof. It can come in handy. It can help with all kinds of situations. As far as what to wear, there's also things what not to wear. Just accessories that you don't need, jewelry, earrings, necklaces, things that could get caught, things that are going to make noise, even wearing a dangling keychain that jiggles. It's up to you if you'd rather make your presence known or not, but it's ideally best not to attract attention. You should be able to listen and decide if and when you want to announce yourself if you feel that there may be a suspicious character that inside that you may encounter. Some people like to have the keys. They feel like it's better if there is someone, they're going to scare them away with it. But I feel if you're quiet, you're going to be able to know what's going on around you. And then if you feel like you hear somebody, you have the option to then take the keychain out and make a little bit of noise. But the key here is that you want to wear quiet clothing that doesn't swish, rustle, or jingle. Because if you do need to hide or run, it's ideal to make as little noise as possible. Bringing an empty plastic bag that you can just crumple up and stuff in a pocket is a great idea. It doesn't take up much space, but you could take it out later and use this to stash or hide any extra unneeded clothing that you bring with you. Let's say once you get inside, you realize it's not that cold and you don't want to have to carry your jacket around the whole time. Just stick it in the bag. You can hide it somewhere near the point of entry that you came in. There should be a pretty easy place to tuck it behind something where if somebody else were to come in, they're not going to see it and steal it. But it's close by if you do need it. So you can simply tuck it away and just come back and grab it on your way back out. For the same reason, you can keep a change of clothes in the plastic bag. A change of clothes is great to have if you're spotted inside. You want to be able to quickly remove your top layer, and ideally the layer underneath is a different color. So if somebody sees you and they say, "Oh, I saw a guy inside with a blue shirt," you leave immediately, and you might not be recognizable since you don't match the description because now you're walking around with a yellow shirt. You had a hat on, you took the hat off. You want to be able to kind of switch your appearance really quick if needed. And you could just obviously put all that stuff in the bag and you're out. A lot of people think that when you go exploring, you're going to want to wear black or camouflage, but really that's not ideal. It looks suspicious. You could wear dark colors. Dark colors are good, just not black. They're going to appear black in most situations anyway, but when you are in the light, you want it to be brown, blue, something like that. You want to dress to appear casual, professional, businesslike. In most cases, your means of stealth is going to be through hiding in plain sight. You want to dress for a credible appearance, like you're somebody who's supposed to be there. Be careful not to wear anything that could be considered impersonating a person of authority or to be mistaken as a fraudulent worker or employee. Don't wear a fake badge, don't make um, a fake name tag. Don't do anything that's going to get you in more trouble. There's nothing wrong with bringing a clipboard, but don't print out some paper claiming that you work for somebody that you don't. That's going to get you in more trouble. Just put, something stupid in the clipboard, and if it comes to it, somebody's going to see it and it's laughable, but more than likely they're going to see you from a distance with a clipboard. They're not going to think anything of it. Unless you're specifically wearing a reflective vest while entering the property, which is acceptable, you can go and pick it up at Home Depot or a similar store. It's not like you're actually impersonating a worker. If you're not specifically wearing that reflective vest, it's best either to remove that once you get inside, or just don't wear anything reflective at all. If you're selecting your clothing, you don't want to give off reflections once you're inside. It's one thing when you're on the outside, if that's the appearance you're trying to go for, but you do not want to be giving off any reflections on the inside. It's that little flicker from the outside, it could catch somebody's eye, big red flag. As I said, you want to appear casual, professional, business-like, dress like you're a worker who's supposed to be there. You're just somebody doing their job. Your body language in this situation is important with your appearance. Act confident going in. Don't appear sneaky, hiding behind bushes, constantly looking over your shoulder. Those are all big red flags. Once you get near the property, if you feel the coast is clear, just go for it. Don't hesitate. Just go right in. I can go a little bit more into this in a future video where I'm going to discuss appropriate disguises and props that you can bring with you to add to your attire. So that's it. I hope that helps you out with deciding what kind of clothes you should be wearing if you do decide to go exploring. Thanks for watching.